2018 Maserati Levante review. With a distinctly different character, the Maserati Levante stands apart from the crowd. Introduced not too long ago, the Levante brings the Maserati character to large luxury SUVs. Its distinctive design helps it stick out in parking lots. Additionally, on the road, as well as engine, plays the soundtrack of your thoroughbred, which can be appropriate considering a number of its routes originated from Ferrari. The Levante's extensive customization options include everything from your color in the brake calipers towards the leathers and materials inside. With a large entertainment display, the inside looks the part, too. That is, if you don't recognize a number of the buttons and switches borrowed from less costly vehicles. Aside from some down-market switchgear, the Levante lacks the inside and cargo space of their mainstream rivals. And is cool because Ferrari links sounds, it implies the Levante's fuel economy trails the segment. But these are at Las Vegas. DUI attorney look for an SUV that has a borderline exotic pedigree. In this regard, the Levante's flair and exclusivity separates it through the crowd. What's new? After its introduction a year ago, the Levante gains some updates for 2018. New standard features include blind spot monitoring, front and back parking sensors, and remote engine start, while electrical power steering replaces the hydraulic setup from not too long ago. Two option groups called Gran Lusso and Gran Sport, representing luxury and sport orientations, are offered. The driver assistance package now includes automatic and selective braking help prevent dangerous lane changes. With this sort of luxury vehicle, it is all about excess. And the powerful Levante S delivers this with little sacrifice to fuel economy. Keep in mind that aside from a couple of items like bigger front brakes along with the panoramic sunroof, the Levante S is supplied nearly the same because the base model, so you should choose either the Gran Lusso or perhaps the Gran Sport option group. We think the luxury-oriented Gran Lusso is usually a better bet for the upgraded stereo, soft closed doors, premium leather, and ventilated seats. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Maserati Levante can be purchased in two variants which can be defined by just how much power they have. Though both trim levels employ a twin-turbocharged 3.0 litres V6, one in the Camp Levante has 345 horsepower, as you move the Levante S offers 424 horsepower. Regardless of output, each model possesses an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive, which Maserati calls Q4. After choosing power, you'll be able to elect between either the Gran Lusso or Gran Sport option group. Both packages cost precisely the same, though the Gran Lusso adds luxury features, for instance premium leather, as well as the Gran Sport adds sporty features, including shift paddles. The base Levante comes which has a twin-turbo 3.0 litres V6 345 horsepower, 369 lb-ft of torque, engine stop-start, an 8-speed automatic, and all-wheel drive. Other mechanical standard items incorporate a driver-adjustable and adaptive air suspension, a limit-slip differential, and hill descent control. The exterior shows automatic Bixen and headlights with LED daytime running lights, LED fog and taillights, auto-dimming side and rear view mirrors, chrome exterior trim, along with a power liftgate. Inside, you will discover piano black plastic interior trim, leather upholstery, 12-way adjustable power front seats with memory and heating, dual-zone climate control, 3 12-volt outlets 1 per row, 4 USB outlets 2 front, 2 rear, and 6,040 split folding rear seats. The 8.4-inch entertainment display offers navigation, satellite radio that has a one-year subscription, and support for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The standard 280-watt stereo plays through 8 speakers. Safety features add a rear view camera, blind spot monitoring, and front and back parking sensors. Opting for the Gran Lusso package adds a panoramic sunroof, metal-finished roof rails, bright chrome skid plates, additional body coloring for the exterior, different 19-inch wheels, and black brake calipers. The interior receives open-bore wood trim, premium leather upholstery, ventilated front seats, as well as a heated and wood-lined tire. The stereo is upgraded to 900 watts and 14 speakers. The Gran Sport also gains a panoramic sunroof, additional body-colored exterior panels, as well as the stereo upgrade. Cosmetic upgrades include piano black exterior trim, 20-inch wheels, red brake calipers, and extended leather options. True to its name, this package also adds shift paddles, 12-way power adjustable seats with larger bolsters, plus a sport controls and pedals. The Levante S comes as a more powerful version on the twin-turbo 3.0 litres V6 424 horsepower and 428 lb-ft of torque, community. Retains the 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Above the camp model, the S also gains larger front brakes, shift paddles, a panoramic sunroof, and extended leather options. The Gran Lusso package adds soft closed doors, as the Gran Sport package retains the identical features described above. Most features inside the Gran Lusso and Gran Sport is usually option de la carte for either Levante. The last two packages to pick from are the Climate package, which adds heated rear seats and windshield washer nozzles, as well as the Driver Assistance Plus package, consisting of adaptive cruise control with stop and go, forward collision warning, traffic sign recognition, along with a surround view camera system. This package even offers active lane keeping and blind spot assist, which may selectively apply the brakes in order to avoid unsafe lane changes. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically can be purchased in multiple versions that happen to be fundamentally similar. The S with this review depend on our full test in the 2017 Maserati Levante S twin-turbo 3.0 litres V6, 8-speed automatic, AWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the existing Levante has brought some revisions, like the addition of electrical energy steering plus more standard safety measures. Our findings remain broadly applicable for this year's Levante. Driving. The Levante S puts a definitive increased exposure of sport, landing anywhere between pure luxury SUV models as well as the fire-breathing beasts that roll out from the BMW M and Mercedes-AMG factories. Its engine is its greatest asset, nonetheless it scores practically in all other dynamic areas. Acceleration. The twin-turbocharged 3.0-litre V6 makes healthy power along with a beautiful sound, however it lacks somewhat response when driven in normal mode because of turbo lag. Sport mode alleviates this somewhat given it keeps the transmission within a lower gear. The sprint to 60 miles per hour is properly quick at 5 seconds flat, braking. The brakes are simple to modulate together with the right number of bite during casual driving, but we encountered some disconcerting wobbles during our panic stops if your suspension wasn't in sport mode. This issue didn't happen to sport mode. The automobile even posted an amazing 106-foot stop from 60 miles per hour steering. We found the steering feedback from recent leased Levante direct and precise, with assistance that varied with speed. The new Levante has electrical power-assisted steering, which could alter the feel through the tire. Handling. The Levante is rather fun on tight, twisty roads using its grippy tires, low body roll and torquey vectoring electronics, and can make unnaturally sharp turns. But it wiggles and dances a tad through sweeping curves that happen to be rent perfectly smooth, which diminishes driving confidence. Drivability. The 8-speed automatic can be a good match on the V6, also it executes shifts which might be quick and nearly seamless. The shift-by-wire gear selector might be a nuisance when attempting to quickly move between drive and reverse, helping to make those speedy 3-point turns much more of a challenge. Comfort. The Levante's cabin masterfully is able to keep bad noise out while letting good noise in, but we weren't entirely astounded by its ride quality. The climate control system keeps air temps in balance. Even so, the leather seats can get slightly swampy with no perforated ventilation option. Seat comfort. The front seat cushions are firm yet comfortable, but they also got somewhat warm minus the optional perforated leather. Lateral support with the thighs and back is wider set, so smaller to average folk won't still find it very supportive. Rear seat comfort is analogous, with plenty rake inside seat back. Ride comfort. The Levante's ride is busy even inside the softest suspension setting, plus it's bothered more by small, sharp bumps as opposed to big ones. The optional 21-inch wheels likely play a part. The suspension keeps body roll in order during cornering, but leads to more head toss when on uneven pavement. Noise and vibration. The cabin is extremely well insulated against wind and decently insulated against road noise. Yet sport mode still allows the exhaust sound in, and that is a good thing given it's lovely. Otherwise the cabin is fairly quiet during normal mode, without having squeaks or rattles observed. Climate control. Dual climate controls may be accessed over the touchscreen or adjusted incrementally via buttons and switches slightly below it. Additionally, you are able to set the cabin temp with the voice command system, which can be clever, plus the climate system does well to keep up your chosen settings. Interior. Getting in and out on the Levante is usually a breeze. Once inside, we have a comfortable number of space in practically every seat. The driver's seat is usually positioned for max road visibility and for a low, sporty feel. The substantial paddle shifters almost make up with the chintzy tire controls. Ease of usage. The large touchscreen infotainment layout is very easy to navigate, nevertheless it collects fingerprints that demonstrate up what you're inside sun, and configuring the machine isn't very intuitive. The steering wheel rocker switch controls require unusually heavy pressure, that's uncomfortable and cumbersome. Getting in, jetting out. Climbing in can be quite easy, like getting yourself into a slightly taller sedan. The adjustable air suspension can lower your body nearly too, so there's really no climbing required. The large doors open wide, and also the generous entry helps avoid head contact with all the door frames even from the rear. Driving position. Its great deal of seat height adjustment means it is possible to choose a commanding road view or tuck down a page the windowsills for more of your sports sedan feel. The leader has a decent volume of rake and tilt adjustment, also it's always an easy task to find the huge column-mounted paddle shifters. Roominess. Even together with the cockpit-style cabin in advance, you will find there's lot of space for both front seats. Head and leg room are around every corner with ample width for hips and shoulders. In the back there's decent headroom and enough width for 3 adults to squeeze. Anyone over 6 feet will not thrilled inside middle seat. Visibility. Visibility is decent overall. The front view is unobstructed and also the rear headrests are short so that they don't really impede the scene rearward. The rear window is smaller compared to those in most other SUVs. The rear pillars are pretty chunky, however the optional surround view cameras alleviate this concern. Quality. The Levante's interior appears nicely put together, however the materials don't inspire feelings of luxury level quality, especially within this class. items such because the gear selector and controls button controls fall below class standards and are also somewhat of a disservice towards the Maserati brand. Utility. On a universal stage, the Levante has lots of merit for utility. But when in comparison with others rolling around in its class, preferring up slightly short in cargo volume as well as doesn't make any special accommodations for baby car seats. Small item storage. There's a massive array of storage areas. A bin forward in the gear shift has USB and auxiliary inputs and is also large enough for 2 phones and also a wallet. There are 12 volts outlets plus a deep armrest bin that keeps drinks cool or warm with an air vent and may accommodate large water bottles. Cargo space. With 19.4 cubic feet of space behind the trunk seats, the Levante's cargo area is smaller in volume than most from the competition. Still, the cargo area is able to be very usable. The rear seats fold flat and we have a ski pass-through unless you want to fold the seats down. Child safety seat accommodation. The latch anchors don't have any easy access ports and therefore are squeezed relating to the seat's bottom and back cushions. But loading an automobile seat in back will not too hard thanks to a large door openings. Technology. The Levante impressed us having its technology, from the useful onboard navigation towards the depth of their voice recognition system. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included, and they will be the best answers to smartphone integration. Active driver aids come inside a package, and we'd recommend received it. Audio and navigation. The navigation system most likely are not as cutting edge as Audi's Google Maps, nonetheless it is nice and simple to operate and has now live traffic and speed limit info. The optional Harman Kardon stereo audio doesn't have fancy speaker grills like some competitors, nevertheless it fills the cabin that has a rich, quality sound. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard using the 8.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which will take the guesswork beyond device integration. And there's convenient phone storage that cuts down on temptation to address your phone while driving. Driver aids. The driver assistance package is a bit more robust this current year, featuring forward collision and lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, as well as a surround view camera system. Active blind spot and lane keeping assist systems selectively make use of the brakes to counteract unsafe maneuvers. Voice control. The Levante has one of the better voice recognition systems we've used. You can search sites, tune into specific radio and satellite stations, and also set the climate control temperature. You also have usage of smartphone functions through Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.